Hey, it's Cuthy and welcome back to my channel. And yeah, massive change. I know. I buzzed it off. I bit the bullet and buzzed it off. I was actually going to just try and do the back and sides, and I was doing that. I was in the middle of doing that, and then I thought, you know what? I've never had a buzz cut before, so why don't I bite the bullet and just go for it? Buzz it all off and start again. So today, for this video, I want to talk about that, and I've came up with some positives and negatives. More positives, really. A couple of negatives, 2 or 3, I think, yeah. And talk about that. So let's go straight into today's video, shall we? Let's do this. Alright, so the positives of a buzz cut. So what does it do? It refreshes your whole head of hair. So you know when you go for a normal trim, or even go to the hairdressers or your barber's salon, whichever it is for your haircut, and say, oh, just trim on the top, you know, or the back and sides, wherever it may be, whatever you're getting snipped off or getting shaved off, you're refreshing your whole head of hair. So yeah, a buzz cut, you're refreshing it all, you're starting again, aren't you? Which then brings me on to the second point, is that it's a big change, or in my case, if you're used to much longer hairstyles, it's quite a drastic change, isn't it? Which wouldn't say it's a bad thing, because you know, you're experimenting and you're seeing how you look with these different styles, aren't you? So yeah, it's quite a big change, and if you're used to longer hairstyles, a very much drastic change. Next point, and the third positive, is that it lets your scalp have some space to breathe. So the days when you don't put any product in your hair, and especially if you've got a nice shampooed and conditioned head of hair, it's a whole new slate, isn't it? It's a whole new leaf, you know what I mean? It's a fresh head of hair. So you're letting your roots breathe, you know, your scalp breathe, which is very, very good, because even if you're using a lot of products, you're not letting your roots or anything like that breathe, are you? So yeah, and it feels good, you know, to do all this and just rub my hair through it, yeah. Well, rub my hand through it even, but yeah, gives your scalp some space to breathe, and you know, lets the airflow down to the roots, doesn't it? And the next point is that it gives off that kind of bad boy kind of vibe, doesn't it? You know, the likes of David Beckham in the past who've had a buzz cut. I can't really think of any more off the top of my head, but as I'm talking now, I'll pop in some pictures for you. But yeah, it gives off that bad boy sort of look, that I don't really care sort of vibe, that like kind of mysterious sort of look, if that makes sense. So yeah, gives it off that sort of look. And the last positive is that the blow dry time is really, really short. Like, what I've been doing is, because I haven't felt the need to use any warm air for my head, all I've done is just set it on the the coldest temperature on my blow dry, and just whizzed it over with cold air. And because you're using cold air, it's not going to damage it at all. So yeah, that's another good positive. You won't have to use heat from the blow dryer for ages. So yeah, they are the positives that I've came up with. There's quite a few, but there's not many negatives, only 3 negatives. So let's move on to them. Okay, so the negatives of a buzz cut. You can't really do anything with it, you're very limited. That is very, very true. So once you've got out of the shower and dried it, that's it. That's it, you can't really do anything. Second point is it's going to take a while before you can actually start to style it again. Yeah, I can't really think of much to say to that one, but yeah, it's going to take a while for it's going to take a while for it to style, because it's not long enough to style, is it? Third one is that your scalp is vulnerable to more damage if you're near heat. So if you're out on the sun, even though sun's good for you, if you leave your scalp out too much in the heat, or any part of your skin really, or any part of your body, you're gonna burn it, aren't you? So, or if you're dyeing your hair and it's at this length, because if you're using bleach, it's going to be more vulnerable to damaging and burning, isn't it? So yeah, the scalp is more vulnerable to any damage if you're near heat or in the heat. So yeah, they're the negatives, but yeah, I have cut my hair before. Well, I say I've cut it. I've got my dad to cut my own hair before, and he'd done a good job. But I don't know how long it's going to be before the barbers are open again. And to be fair, the likelihood is I'm not really going to need much of a cut when the barbers are open again. But it gives that different look, and it's just refreshing it all, isn't it? So yeah, well, to be fair, I'll probably need the back and sides soon, because my back and sides grow out pretty quick. So yeah, yeah, thank you for watching today's video, and I'll link all the latest podcasts, etc. and all that down below, all the usual stuff. Hope you enjoyed my last video. I know I said I'm trying to go harder on the videos, but yeah, it's just thinking of the ideas as well. Oh, and to be fair, I've been feeling pretty tired the past few days, so that's why I've been catching up on sleep and all that. Yeah, so I do have a video planned as well, which I did say in the last video, which was meant to be this video, but obviously I've buzzed off my hair, so it only made sense to do this video before it. You know what I mean? Okay, like and subscribe, because that'd be amazing, and keep safe and everything. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.